Hey guys! So it's Saturday night. Just finished. Oh, me just did a 4.5 hour stream. Whew. So I was there for that. Good stuff. Didn't get him to divulge what the heck this new super secret item is. But we can play a guessing game now. Hi, Kitten. We can play the guessing game now because we know that the first letter of the first was 2 words. It's like a game of what is it? What is the? Come on now, like charades or Pictionary, where it's like 2 words and I guess that's charades. But yeah, he pushed over 5 hours last week. I know, Sango. I know you tried so hard. I felt like I tried, but my mental foo is just really weak. I don't know. So what do we think? Give me a straw poll? I just saw your legendary axe. Lick. I saw the lick axe. That cracked me up. I saw your roof. It's gonna be a problem. What? There's not a problem? Look at this. Look at the roof, guys. All this roof. Legendary axe, but that doesn't. I don't think they'd put because an axe is a tool. I just realized I'm really pink right now. It's the light, whatever. I don't think it would be an axe because an axe is a tool that you would actually use for progression, versus like the grappler is just sort of like it's convenience, right? So it kind of works as something they can give away, like and give extra special versions of, like. I don't know. Legendary pole vault. 2 words. Lots of roof. All the roof. Look at that. I'm almost done. I'm on my last one over here, which is going to be quick and hopefully relatively simple. And then I need to put my skylights in for the kitchen. Don't even. I did a quick video on the virgin voxels. I still need to like edit it and stuff. But yeah. Mad roof space for tons of activities, indeed. Yeah, I thought about making this another slope here, but then I just decided no. I thought about it, but I was just like, if I did, then it would be just competing with this one over here, and I'm like, Sorry. I swear it was sparkly grape. Swear guys. But yeah. And no, drunk era is not going to happen. That can be put to rest right now, I guess. But yeah. My world is crap compared to this little. Nah. I'm semi here. Oh yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Do your thing. Must have cats. Yeah, my cat. She was going after my camera, which is like her favorite thing to go after because it has like headphones, like any sort of rubberized cord where it's like I guess most cords are, but where it's like it feels sort of, I don't know, any kind of cord that's meant to not like tangle up on itself, I guess. I guess that's the best way to, like thin cords. She loves going after them. So my camera cord is like her favorite thing in the world, right? And so she was going after it, and I sprayed her, and she was just really funny. Drunk era is our only hope other than waiting till Tuesday. He's not even here. Omeed's not here. So, well, I guess I should check the thing before I say that. No, ain't no Omeed. Ain't no Omeed. So drunk era is not going to get you anywhere. If Omeed showed up, then we can talk. A braided cable. I have no. Well, I have the I have these guys on like all my cables except the headphones because they're like right by me. These little like, well, this is all squished because my chair ran over it, but like, you know, the ones that like unzip. These guys. Yeah. I have those all over my cords, but but on my camera, I can't get it close enough. Like, there's always going to be a little bit exposed just because. Sango. I'll do my part. I'll do my part. I'll bust some out. I don't even know what I have. It'll probably be warm and gross. But before sharing eggs, I'll do my part. I'll say that. Oh, Sango switched over my stream and almost blew out your ears. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Because Obi has his sound all low, and I'm like the opposite. I'm like below all the eardrums. And then I start talking. And it gets really bad. Take one for the team. Yeah, I'll do my part. Oh, that's such a bad idea. That's such a bad idea. In just so many ways. But basically, this is the last chunk of roof. I might have lied a little bit. I told him I would finish my roof to try to get him to divulge, and I have like this much left. But I was just gonna like not go over there and just be like, look, it's all done, you know. Can we post YouTube links here? Yeah. Just don't post nasty things. That's in general. That's a general statement. Yeah. Just don't be gross. Okay, so tour if I can not fail grapple. State of the build. Woefully unfinished, given that I have like 24 hours to finish this puppy before they bring everything. Well, not even, because I have to template everything. I just realized I don't know if Cold Night is watching, so. Yeah, so I still don't have furnishings in the living room, and I need to work on an office chair, which is kind of problematic. But we're getting pretty close. I think I can make my deadline. I guess is the thing. So, and just as a note, these flowers are insane. I think Grandma is the one who put them on my claim. I don't actually know what they are. I guess I could suck one up and see. But they change colors. It's pretty cool. Like they go from white to like in different lights. They're like red and sometimes they're kind of pink, and then they're white, like actually white. I just never noticed it until like all of a sudden there's like 50 of them on my claim. And I already got rid of the ducks. I had ducks everywhere, thanks to Rama. So I got rid of those. But all right, so claim tour. All the wood props are now bleached again, which I prefer. So I'm happy about it, except for the barrels. The barrels didn't get hit, which is like probably the one that needed it. He was on his laptop today. It's an EQ. Yeah. Here's a video that shows the lick axe. Really? That's an actual thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, are you talking about the whiteboard? You don't have limited invisibility. Invisibility starts with an I. I's a vowel. That explains why mine are white. They're underground. Yeah, well, like I haven't moved them, and I haven't changed my settings. They just go from like red to white to, they just kind of do what they want. Chick axe? No, they said L, or he said L is the first letter of if you guys didn't see the link to the portal claim, I found it again. It was amazing. Dropped my frames to 30. The swap meet claim. Yeah, I was over there for a while, but my computer, like, and I restarted and everything. Like, my computer just kind of couldn't. It was just throwing up. It was just like actually 0 frames per second. Actually 0. And I was just like, well, you know. So I got my stuff, and then as more people showed up, I think I may have been there for they were trying to organize a group picture. I don't know if that actually happened or not, but I think I was there for that. I don't know. I don't know. Lovely axe. Legendary makes sense for the first word. I don't want to say like it's the only thing. Legendary does make sense though. Shikaxe, Mikaxe, Kickaxe, Chickaxe. I liked Flickaxe. I remember seeing that and thinking, yes. Lickaxe is pretty, I don't know, maybe. Did you ask him? Did you say Lickaxe, Sango? I can't remember. Is that one of the, did we eliminate that one, or is it actually a possibility? Because I was thinking, Sango was over here, and I was saying, well, it actually could be fairly kind of sort of plausible that there might be like, well, actually, Sango's still here. I was like, it could be plausible that it could be like the claim flight thing, because I kind of don't see them making it a tool, like an actual tool, because then it's like that's actual progression, like there's an actual gameplay advantage versus like Prime Grapple. I mean, I guess in PvP, but there's no PvP in Alpha, so it wasn't, you know, like, I don't know, like it's more like a convenience thing. I see it being more of a convenience thing again, because otherwise it's just too much of a thing. It's too much of a advantage. Jesus, I look tired. I'm not, but I look tired. My tea's ready. Hold up. Kitten, no. Kitten, no. He also said it would be a type of currency? When did he say that? When did he say that? I heard you were a tea addict. Addict's a strong word. I feel it's kind of judgmental. Are you judging me? Yeah, I do love tea. I drink a lot of tea. Right now I'm going through a lot of black tea because I had my green tea. I love my green tea. But unfortunately, I had so... Why did I... Oh, yes. That's ugly. It is in the back, though. I don't know if I care. I had my green tea that I loved, and then I ran out of it. And then I had my white tea that I loved, and then I ran out of it. And so now I'm trying to, I have like an entire, because I was drinking only black tea, then I went to the other two, and now so I have this big old thing of black tea that was pretty expensive. Like I figured, I bought a lot because that was all I was drinking at the time. And now so I don't want to say I'm forcing myself to drink it, but I'm kind of forcing myself to drink it so that I can justify buying more green tea. So, but in the meantime, it's giving me a crazy caffeine, like, I don't even know. Plus, I'm hoping that there's a coffee shop opening up downstairs. Well, they're hiring right now, which I vaguely thought about the possibility of, like, applying just for, I'm assuming there's probably some sort of, like, employee, like, perk. I don't know. Plus, they're, like, right downstairs, so can't be that commute, can you? He said it would be valued by players so it could act as a currency. Yeah, I mean, like, anything that's valuable or rare, I mean, you can always, like, it's just like burled wood, right? Like, I foresee, at least until they add an actual in-game coin, burled wood works pretty well, doesn't it? Or you know, like, heartswood or whatever. Like, and yes, it's gonna look poopy. I'll fix it. Dutch Tiger, you're okay. You've got, like, you're a robot, man. You can go to bed. I was thinking about when I can stream tomorrow too, because I'm actually going with my mom she's getting a puppy. She's getting a boxer puppy, which has been like her dream since, she's wanted it for decades, like before I was born. Like, she's always wanted one, and it was just never the right time. And so, but like it's out. So finally getting her wish, right? So I'm gonna go with her, and that's at noon. But I have to drive to her place, so it'll take a little bit of time. Which basically means I don't know if I'll have time to stream tomorrow. I don't really it's not something, like, I don't schedule on Sunday, but I figured, well, I'm gonna be building a lot, so maybe I'll just stream anyway. But I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in with the dog. I don't know, because then, you know what, as soon as we get the puppy, it's gonna be like, puppy, and then we're gonna go to her place. I'll be there for like 5 hours, and we'll just be playing with the puppy. That's how that works. So I don't know. We'll see, because I gotta finish this. It's only 4:44 a.m. Jesus. Yeah, the Indian Feather. I know. I guess that's the grandpappy alpha player in me. You know, well, you know, when I played alpha, burled wood was just the rarest thing, and we had to chop for hours and figured out the maximal. This is the wrong slope. I just kind of realized that. Figure out the optimal gathering stats for burled wood. It was just. Alright, so I guess I need to do my angle all the way out to here, which means using this. Which is, like, most likely, usually, it goes so that it wants me to do bottom up, which is annoying when I'm trying to figure out where I want this to be. Looks pretty good if I can just get it straight. Maybe. Kitten, what are you doing? Can you find another place to be? Oh, okay. Are you gonna keep going? Okay. Oh, it actually liked dirt and stuff. Okay, so whenever they implement health and fall damage, I'm a dead woman. I'm done. Like, I'm gonna be so dead. Like, all the time. Death will bite? Yeah. Or death has teeth? Yeah, I'm gonna. Jeez. That looks maybe okay. I don't know. Of course, in order to see if it's okay, I'm gonna have to bring it out here and then. I don't know. I love the tweak mode. Yeah, twerk mode is amazing. I agree. Plus, I have this fascination with building on cliffs, which for falling is pretty detrimental. Like, I don't know. The Indian Feather says, yeah, you're not alone, I fall a ton. I'm glad I'm not alone, except that I don't know if that's really a good thing. Okay, so if I'll just do this because it's just, doing anything else is going to require a little bit too much brain power for this hour, which is not even that late. Sango, I think we have a no-show. I don't think we're getting drunker at night. Okay, healing skills for your air if they implement that. I don't know. I don't know if I get the feeling like the adventure class might be more the Band-Aid type rather than healing. Is this too hot? Yes. Dang it. Kitten. She's doing a bad thing. I don't know what she's doing, but whatever it is bad. She's playing with something. Rose, what is it? If they ever implement character stats, the number 1 killer players will be gravity, number 2 derpiness, number 3 any freaking mob. Okay, so what I keep wondering is, are they going to implement mobs before they implement glass? Because if they implement mobs before they implement glass, I'm screwed. Because I have a house full of holes, and I pretty much make all my houses full of holes. Because there's supposed to be windows there, but we have no glass, so I just leave them open. Well, mobs don't know that there's supposed to be glass there. They don't care. I'd be dead. You give me tea to get some tea going. Let's get jittery. Yeah. I'm pretty stupid. This is black tea. It's like 9. This is dumb, but oh well. The unofficial. It's the what? Lunar anklet? Do they have any stats or like any description whatsoever? Anything more than lunar anklet? Maybe it's like. Could be like a glow in the dark, like lightstone, like because they talked about wanting to do stuff with lightstone, right? Because that's pretty good. Just tell the mobs it's supposed to be glass; they'll understand. I just imagine like like a creeper just coming like, just totally roasting me. Oh, it looks gross. Why is every game these days Minecraft? It's not Minecraft. I'm using Creeper as an example. Let's see. Probably about to here, huh? Okay, so. And what this should be, I believe these will be virgin voxels. I think this will work properly. So, let's go ahead and draw this up, I guess. Or like, so there's our height. So that's the height I can safely go to, so. So hopefully that'll be quite fine like that. They haven't even decided yet if mobs will interact with your plots. Well, if they didn't, that means like any plot would basically be a get out of jail free card. So, like you would just have to run in their plot and be like, ha, you know. Great AI. Is that? Maybe I want that to be level with that. That makes sense to me. Which actually means it should be like that. Did bro totally just crack that? You did, bro! You heard it here first, kids. An anklet glowing with lunar energy. Those who equip this item feel lighter when they jump. Dat jump. That's gotta be it. When you think about like, because it's like the Prime Grappler. Like, yes, it helps you, but it's not like a direct winner. Like, it's not gonna win things for you like a super epic pick or something would. Because they said that it's gonna be permanent. You're not gonna be able to or you're not gonna like lose it, right? So well, it could either be a high jump or it could be a slow fall or it could be both. I mean, we don't. That could be just like a super jump, like to help you like scale mountains and stuff, or like, you know, it could be just a super jump. Doesn't have to be a slow fall. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, no, I see what you mean. Like that, mobs wouldn't like. They'll interact with, or whoa. Like they'll be able to interact with you, but not with the build. Yeah, that I'll buy, because otherwise there'd be way too many ways to like people could like train, like if there was something like, you know, I mean they with the amount they've talked up how combat will be able to interact with voxels, like that was part of I don't even know how many next demos where they showed like, you know, someone doing ability like going stomping into the ground and then like a crater forming. Given how hyped they were about that, like, you know, that's going to be probably making an appearance here too in Landmark, even if it's in a more, you know, kind of basic form, right? So mobs auspiciously could probably do the same thing or similar. I mean, they had the ogre that was like doing something really quite similar, right? So that would be pretty detrimental if you could like train a bunch of mobs on, be like, hey there, Jimmy, you said my roof was ugly, and then you bring a whole bunch of those like creeper like mobs and just be like, how's your roof now? And Octocop, I don't know if I dare, because I might incur some wrath. Now I'm a little scared, because then it's like, I don't know, because I think that's probably totally it. I think that's totally it, and I'd be a little nervous. I'd be a little nervous to get on his bad side. I don't know. I want to be able to make a mob catapult so I can launch them at people. Oh my god. Do you guys ever play Stronghold? You could launch cows that were like plague-infected cows. You could launch them and they would kill people. You ever play that? And it's, here comes Bessie! And like, and then a big cow. And you'd be like, what the? I just realized there's a much easier way to deal with this. I can just do this and just chop it the heck off. Just be like, nope. Right there. Much easier. Much easier than what I had planned. They also showed voxel spikes raising from the ground skill. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much... That might be stuff where they're just like, well, that's more the domain of next. I don't know. Like, it depends on, like, well, you know, what exactly does the adventure... Like, what is the role of the adventure class? Like, what does that mean? You know, but if they had it there for demo, I mean, that was a long time. Oh, shoot, that was a long time ago that they showed that, right? So if it was, I don't know, it seems possible. It seems plausible. I don't know. Guild 2 had the same cows. Cows would be an AoE poison? I didn't know that. I guess I didn't get that far in Guild Wars 2. Oh, and Perfidious Dane had asked if I'm excited about the wipe. I am, other than the fact that it means I have lots and lots and lots of work to do. They have, oh, I mean, pretty solidly confirmed that, to his knowledge, that, actually, should I just, like, leave that? Yeah, I like the extra roof. He pretty much solidly confirmed that, basically, I can pretty much give up on the idea of getting this claim back. This claim is not going to exist. That they're going to regenerate all the islands because they're going to recombine all the different biomes and stuff. Which is awesome, because it means you're not going to be locked into, you know, if you can be on a particular island and not be locked into a biome. You can move it around, you know. But I just like see different stuff. It's nice for variety. But it also means that obviously, like, this claim won't exist, right? which kind of, it's sort of freeing, isn't it? Like, at first I was like, well, but I really like my claim, so I'm going to just try to get it back. And now it's like, well, it's not going to exist, so now I can just try to find the most badass freaking claim ever. You know, like, it's kind of freeing. It depends, I guess. We'll see. But I don't even know. I think I'll probably go for Old Growth Forest just because that's sunset. I don't know. Guild Wars 2 had a good plan, but farted out. Yeah, like, it was one of those games where I was so excited. I felt like they really oversold it. Where they're like, yeah, you're gonna oh, that doesn't look balanced at all, does it? That doesn't look right. It was one of those things where, like, they were clearly, you know, playing, it's the WoW killer, and, you know, just like, you know, this world will be so dynamic, and, you know, all these events, and then you learn, like, well, but not really. It's dynamic for, like, 5 minutes, and then it resets itself, just like every other game. And you're just like, oh, if that's what that means, then no, that's not dynamic. You know, like, that's not what that means. I don't know. It was what, and plus the combat, I've said this before, but the combat felt sticky. And I don't really have, you know, like, something about the animations. Oh, I should have done it. I should have killed it. Something about the animations just felt sticky. I didn't care for it. Did that help, or is it just the angle that's screwing me? Might be the angle. That didn't help, actually, like, whatsoever, did it? Maybe this needs to be longer? I don't know. Hey, I'm a fan. Keep my name out of it. Sorry, I missed some chat because you guys were talking very fast and I was focused. There must be mobs so I can be lord of them, says Mob Lord. Touche. If he would spill it to anyone, it would be you. How can you get mad for reading Reddit? True. I like it here. Good. Combat will be completely different in next, except for the basics, since it's going to run on the same engine. Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I'm sort of like, well, I don't know how much we can figure, like, well, that spells, per se, are going to follow into it. I don't know, it'd be cool. Like, it'd certainly be a lot, like, I'd prefer that. I think it'd be cool if we had spells, even if everyone had the exact same spells. I think that would be cool. I don't know. Or if it's just going to be like whack, whack, whack with a stick, or whack, whack, whack with an axe, or whack, whack, whack with a staff. I mean, you know, who knows. I still hate it how I followed for Guild Wars 2 for 5 years. Yeah, I didn't follow it that long, but I followed it a long time. Eric, can I be your neighbor in closed beta? Sure! If you get there first. Yeah, I don't mind. I am going to hound, I've got Tess, my friend Tess has her claim up here. I'm going to try to make sure she's near me so that we can do things, because we're buds. I loved the combat, especially for the elementalists and the rogues. It was a fresh take. Yeah, I never cared for it. It was one of those things that felt gummy. Like, it didn't feel sharp and clean. The combat did not feel snappy. It didn't even feel really real time. Like, I didn't like it. Real combat was blast, but Guild Wars 2 ate my hard drive, so I never went back. Jeez. Found some links to new crafting stations. Ooh, props. I get so freaking excited about props because, like, yes, there's the use they're intended for, and that's great. But more than that, you know, every time you get a new prop, you can turn it into so many. You can use it for other stuff, even if it's like the mailbox we were playing around with, like turning it upside down and using it as a chair leg, or like maybe not a chair leg because it's kind of thick, but using it as a leg for things. Stuff like that. Everyone will be my neighbor. Yeah. From the info I've dug up, the offensive skills you get in Landmark are dependent on the weapon much you equip. Yeah, I mean, like, what I'm considering sort of the baseline for that is, like, craft style. I mean, right? I mean, when you think about it, like, you know, you can attack stuff with a sword, okay? You can attack stuff with a bow, okay? And you can attack stuff with, technically you can use like an axe or pick. You know, where it's just like weapon damage, basically, right? I'm hoping, you know, that's the baseline. I feel like that's sort of like what we can, you know, we know we're gonna get at least that much, because if they didn't, that's like the most basic form of combat there is, right? So we know we'll get that much. It's just a question of how much farther can they take it, right? Like, can we get spells, you know, or can we get, even if everyone has the same ones, like a knockback? I don't know, like just very basic. I would say like kind of standard spells. I mean, like knockback, that's pretty standard. You know, like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch. Seems like the money people always went out. I think I missed something. We should ask for a reservation for the Eremites Island. In Guild Wars 2, each class had its flavor, but there was ultimately no individuality. I think the premise of everyone being able to do anything broke teamwork. Everyone is just there for themselves. I did not get enough into like upper level gameplay to really comment on that, to be honest. It's one of those things where I petered out. I didn't like the game even enough to level fully, so I never made it. I'm trying to, part of it being so bright, which isn't really a bad thing. It's better to build in the daytime, I guess, but like, it's so bright that since it's in plaster, I can't see the roof line well enough to like really get like, okay, are we balanced, or no, not at all. Maybe I just need to extend this and it'll all be okay. I don't know. The Era army. No, it's Eremites. So Eremites, for anyone who's kind of new around here, and if you are new around here, you should hit follow. Makes me feel good. You should do that. But also, the Eremites that people are talking about, it's because I have a tendency to build into mountains and build into cliff sides, and I've remarked on several occasions that if I did this in real life, it'd be a problem, because that's how you get termites. You know, I come from an area where termites are very much a concern. So wood to soil is pretty much as bad as it gets, right? You know, so it's just like, you know, if they ever implemented termites, I'd be in real trouble. And so of course everyone started joking about how they were gonna write to the devs and tell them to put in termites and call them Eremites so that everyone would blame me. Aramanthian guild, get it? Yes, I get it. Just make the roof symmetrical. Symmetry is no fun. I don't want it symmetrical. Symmetry is no fun. Plus, I have this roof over here is symmetrical. I could do it. I could. It's just that the room is already asymmetrical as it is, and it's sort of like, I mean, maybe I should shift the balance. I could shift it over a bit. I don't know. I guess that would make it. I don't know. We should found the Eremites Guild. So I'm worried of doing anything like that, because as someone who I was a CEO in Eve, not going back there again. I know Eve is a completely different beast, and I get that, but it's just one of those like, oh no, leadership. Blah. I just want to play games and have fun. It looks balanced from over here though, huh? From over here it works. I don't know about with the notch. Aramite sounds biblical. When they implement guilds, yeah. Eve is where you take your friends to make them cry. No, Eve is a good game. Like, Eve is a good game. It's not for everybody, but it's a great game. And it shows the power of sandbox. Does every sandbox need to be like Eve? No, and I don't think every I don't think any, like people shouldn't feel like making a sandbox game is going to make it tend towards, make it turn in a direction that Eve has, where, which Eve has a heavy, it's got a very heavy economical side, but it's also got a very heavy, like, criminal side. Well, that's very unlikely to crop up in something like Landmark anyway, just because it's not... Well, I mean, I suppose it could, but it would be a hell of a lot more of a stretch. I don't know. It is so meta, Enoch. It is. As I knock my mug on my teeth. They built an Omi chapel? Oh my god. Wow. Are those pipes for like an organ? Is that what that is? That's pretty awesome. Oh, you built that? That's pretty awesome. It's pretty good likeness too, actually. I don't think SME would allow scamming like Eve does. Scamming's only just the teeniest. I mean, like you could disallow scamming in Eve and it wouldn't break Eve. It wouldn't like. Well, people would moan. I don't know, but there's a much heavier criminal element. Like espionage and like which. If that got into Landmark, I wouldn't complain. That stuff's good. It's stressful. Like I used to be a recruiter, and so it was my and for a wormhole corp. And without getting too much into it, basically it means everyone's assets are heavily at risk. In a wormhole corp, everyone is at risk of having someone steal, right? And so you have to. And there's always risk for espionage and spies. All this stuff, right? So you have to really trust when you recruit the recruiter's pretty important, because if you recruit a spy, it's bad. Bad things happen when spies get into power, or even just like get in. And so, as someone who I did recruiting, right? So pretty familiar with that beast. I don't know. It adds stress. It can be pretty fun. I mean, that's when we were on Into the Portal last night. I was on there with Geek Domo and Locke and Legendary Neurotoxin and Wilk Snowman and Tobrin. It was a lot of fun. Did any spies get past me? No, I have a good record. When we were talking after the stream. I wish we'd recorded it. It was like one of those things where it was like, what the hell? We sound like 100 times more intelligent right now than we did on the freaking stream, now that we're off air. And we were talking about Sandbox in particular. And we were talking about how the fun thing about Sandbox, because you get so much emergent gameplay, you get so much the politics, the interactions between groups, between individuals, but also on the meta level of between groups. The fights you get, or even if you take PvP out of it, but I mean especially when you put PvP into it, it's so dynamic and it's so different. It's not like if you clear some dungeon in an MMO, you're hearing and interacting with the same story that thousands of other players are going through the same thing, right? If you're in a particular battle in Eve, if you're in a big one, like I've been in several big ones, if you're in that, you get that story. No one else gets that story. It's they make fun of it, like I was there, but I was there. It's one of those like, it's a story you can tell, and it's much more memorable and much more personal. All right, see you, Penguin. It's just something to think about. It's just something that sandbox games can get, and frankly, most other games are going to really struggle. I don't know. But yeah, We'll see. We'll see. How far am I gonna have to go? Am I gonna have to completely redo? Is that pretty... Oh. It was like surviving in the real woods filled with bears and some kill you and some just walk past. Oh, the ones who walk past were taking notes and passing it on to the bears who kill you. Promise. Are both EQN and EQNL 64-bit only or just EQNL? We have no idea about EQN. They're just not really, like, that's not really on the forefront right now. So who knows there. But with, I think we can, that's not going to work at all. I think we can assume that it's not going to have lower requirements than EQNL. But EQNL's requirements aren't set in stone yet either. They haven't finished their optimization. We'll have to watch someone stream Eve just to check it out. Just fair warning, streaming Eve is one of those things where it's extremely hit or miss. Sometimes you have great fights and then you just have none. So it's one of those things where it's actually probably going to be more productive to just like keep an eye on like massively or something that tracks big MMO happenings. Because the Eve news that you'll see, like they had a battle subsystem that I never remember the name of, like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and it was and you know, of course there's a thing where they can convert like the damage done in game to real cash damage, and it was ludicrous amounts of money. It was just one of those like people who were in that fight. While the fight itself wouldn't have been that fun because of there was a time dilation in effect, so the actual gameplay was slowed so far down to compensate for lag that the gameplay wouldn't have been that fun. But to have been there, Jesus, would have been awesome. Why am I having so many issues like choking? Okay, so I almost want to like, I guess no, that looks stupid. I don't like big PvP battles. I never know who to shoot. Yeah, that's why you sort by name. You get a good FC. But I agree. Like my favorite battles were always like under 10 v10, except the one big one that was like we had 67 or something, 60 like high 60s, and they had like 112, and we won. We kicked their asses. It was just like that was a great freaking fight. Let's see. I need to extend this. I guess I could. I wonder if that would work if I just like took a. I've never actually tried that, to be honest. I've never actually tried just taking a section and just going bloop and just. Never tried doing that. I don't know if it would work because of where the voxels meet up. That's why I haven't tried it. Maybe it'll work though. Got a pretty big one. Can't tell if that's gonna. Yeah, it's messed up. So that kind of caused a little bit of weirdness, but can you see it from the inside? Because if you can only see it from the outside, I don't know if I care, because I don't think anyone's gonna be like. There's a certain element of like. At this point in my build where I'm just like, okay, this thing's gonna be gone by tomorrow. I know I'm not gonna place it again once I get my new claim. As much as I'll have fond memories of this place, I'm not gonna place it again and work on it anymore. I'm gonna want to do something new. So it's like, I don't think in the next 40, well, not even like 24 hours, that anyone's gonna be like, does that seem like it has a little bit of a dip to you? You know, like I don't know. There's a certain point where it's just like, let's just get it done, shall we? WoW PvP was broke as beep once they put resilience in arenas. I never cared for WoW PvP, pretty much ever. And I like PvP in other aspects in other games. I just never liked it in WoW. You know what? It's not perfect, but I don't think I care. Just don't think I care. Let's see if it actually like fixed my problem though. Like this could be sort of irrelevant if it didn't actually do what I needed it to do. Oh god. Oh, I thought, oh no, I was like, oh no, you're going to be able to see it on the end only, but that'll totally ruin it because people will see it from the front. Let's see if that was enough to balance it. It's better. I don't know if it's enough though. I almost feel like it needs to come out like to here, which would be another like 3 voxels. Did I just get sourced? I did. We're sourced. Yeah. I just realized I don't have my thingy running. My friend. I always forget about Alt-Enter. Which, if you didn't know, which I've known this for a while now because ever since a viewer told me, but it's extremely helpful. If you use Alt-Enter, it switches you in and out of Windows mode. It's extremely useful. I just always forget about it. The best and more fun battles are the small ones. The really huge battles, it's like, what's happening? That's why I love Counter-Strike Comp. It's more tests. Yeah, especially, well, it depends. Big battles, if you're going after, I'm still, like, when I talk about big battles, I'm talking about, like, 30 mans in general. I haven't really been in a lot of, like, like, I haven't, like, though I only was in that one fight that was, like, 60-something versus 100-something. Yeah, I got sourced. Woohoo! Is this game going to have PvP but no PvE? It's going to have, well, Ronin Painbringer, it's, remember, so I feel like this is one point where we should mention that EverQuest Next Landmark and EverQuest Next are 2 different games. Alright, so the MMO is next, and that's down the line, and I'm positive they're going to have both, you know, your PvP and your sort of your PvE rating instances, all that jazz. Landmark is also going to have PvP, and not rating per se, but they're also going to have, player-created dungeons, which is actually really cool. They're going to have where you can actually make. Can I just do this again? Where as a player you can make frickin', oh, that doesn't work at all. You can make dungeons. You can turn your claim basically into, well, I don't know if it'll, they haven't actually said if that'll be on your claim or if they'll like kind of instance it out. But basically where you'll be able to design your own stuff. It kind of sounded to me a lot like the Foundry in Neverwinter. I don't know. That works. I like that. Let's do it again. I'm pretty sure this is the thing I just copied, but just in case it's not. But yeah, so you'll be able to make your own like quests and dungeons and good things, which is going to be, I mean, so that'll be sort of the, I guess, more challenging PvE content in this game. I mean, they'll be, I mean, you can think, you know, there's going to be mobs out in the world and that kind of thing too. But yeah. They haven't really said what they're going to do in terms of like leveling or in terms of like if there's going to be leveling at all, or if they haven't really talked about that so much. I don't think we'll have free-for-all PvP, says Throckmorton. Yeah, how they'll deal with PvP is going to be interesting. We know there's going to be PvP, and they talked specifically about like you'll be able to say turn your claim into an arena. And, you know, make it so that, like, okay, you know, like, they haven't talked about, like, will you be able to maybe set in your claim preferences, you know, you go in here and be like, you know, PvP by default, right? Like, you know, or like where if you enter this claim, you're flagged, essentially. You know, I mean, there's that, right? But I don't know, it's just one of those, we were talking about this on Into the Portal yesterday, it's one of those like where there's so many different ways they could handle it and would completely and utterly change the personality of the game depending on what they go with. So it's kind of, it's one of those where we just kind of have to wait and see where they go with it. Dang it. Did that happen? When is EverQuest next coming out? Are you going to play it? I'm sorry, I haven't viewed in a couple days. It's all good, Charlie. 12202. I always have to check your number because it's like, it's like, what does it mean? It's so EverQuest next. They've slotted it for basically like 2015. So it's a ways off. We're not, you know. So that's one of those like, you know. Where they really sound much more, they're much more currently focused on Landmark. Especially because, you know, in terms of game, like the underlying mechanics of the game, like this game's going to have a lot, like they're learning a lot with Landmark, right? Like they're learning how to make everything work with Landmark. You know, the world and I don't know, just all the generalized stuff. Does that blend decently? Almost. Can I just like, I hate like these fiddly little voxels, and again, this might come into the category of, yeah, yuck. This might come into the category of like, I don't know if I care to fix these little issues that I'm never gonna notice again. I don't know. They also said they might do a PvP server. I hope not. I feel like that's, while it's a very simple solution, I feel like it's a very easy solution. And Chronic, no, Little Jeff was playing a little game the other day because I was saying, well, I have to go because I have to do housework. And I was like, well, you know, I gotta go, you know, my favorite thing in the world, which is, you know, clean the toilets, you know, because someone's got to do it. And, you know, mop the floors and do all this stuff. I was like, I gotta go do this stuff. You know, it's gotta be done. And so he donated like $5. And he's like, can you just get a maid? and so I was like, no, I can't just get a maid. I was saying I'm way too particular in how I clean my stuff. You know, I'd always just end up redoing it anyway. So no, I'm gonna go clean my stuff. And he kept donating, like just being like, can you get a maid yet? Can you get one yet? Like, so that's why. But no, we've had several very lovely donors. Mecca Tomorrow went freaking nuts. He donated $100. That was pretty crazy. But yeah, it's all going towards, I'm trying to afford a new processor and motherboard so that I can stream in higher quality. Because at the moment I have to turn all my settings down. Which it works. It's, you know, it functions and everything, but I like you guys to be able to see a nicer picture. So, and if I'm saving on my own, I can do it, but it's going to be a while. So it kind of speeds it up. Landmark will be the core next. That's a much more elegant way of saying what I was trying to say. Yeah, I mean, like, they'll use whatever they learn from Landmark when they create the world of Next, I think is, yeah. Don't sweat the Don't sweat the small stuff right now. I agree. I was sweating the small stuff, and I'm just like, Hey, Shagu, can't sleep. You were supposed. You're in France, right? Isn't it really freaking late over there? Oh, I started to talk about PvP servers. I feel like that would be an extremely easy and lazy solution to the problem. Would it work? Yes, it would. It's very unoriginal, though. I feel like we can do better. It's just like, can we please integrate it? And also, because then we'll just end up with it's another reason to separate people. We don't need any reasons to separate people. This is, you know, in a game like this, the social aspect is way important. Like, we don't need any more reasons for people to go off in their separate realms and never mix. You know? Or how annoying would it be? How annoying would it be if you're the kind of player where you just don't like PvP. You just don't like it. It stresses you out, or your connection is bad and you can't handle it. Whatever the reason may be. And I know, Dutch Tiger, you're freaking crazy. You know, but you realize that, you know, Voidlust has done something really freaking amazing, right? And you want to check it out. You want to see what she did. But she's on a PvP server. I guess you're just watching screenshots. Like, it's one of those, like, why in the world would you take that element away? There are other ways. There are better ways. Hey, I'm back in tomorrow. I didn't know you were in tonight. How long has the stream been going? The sound was muted and I came back. I was mentioning you earlier and your crazy contribution. Yeah, I started up an hour ago? Has it been an hour? Really? It can't have been an hour. Really? And good night, Burke Dave. The Trailblazer due to spazzing. It's just the grapple. Sometimes it shows that way to other people, even though they're fine. Having dangerous PvP areas on the frontier and other safe areas protected by guards. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those where I kind of like the idea of... I mean, we can't model everything after EVE. It's a different game. But there's something to be said for, you know, the EVE system is basically, you know, there are 3 different basic divisions of space, right? You've got high sec, which is protected. It's policed, right? There's basically, you know, if someone tries to attack you, within about 5 to 10 seconds, they are going to be dead. Like, they're attacked by uber mobs that will kill them. There's no fighting like those mobs. You will die. And that's that, right? Low sec, those mobs don't exist, but there's certain things you can't do. You can't, you know, put up the more... Let's just say you're limited in your combat. Slightly limited in your combat. Fine. Well, and then nullsec is all things go, right? Well, okay, like if you could take that basic framework and be like, okay, I just realized this entire time I've been painting the edge like this when I could just do this. I'm a moron. Where you could just say like, okay, like these areas are settled and have plenty of guard mobs around or whatever where someone could attack you, right? They could do it if they really want to. But they'd pay for it dearly. And so it probably wouldn't be that great an idea. You know, like one of those, like, or, yeah, I don't know, like, that might even still be a little too much. I don't know, because it is a different kind of feel of game. But you get me? Like it doesn't have to, you don't have to just be like, okay, you know, PvP server, PvE server, you know, just, you don't have to do that. You know, like, just put in reasons why PvP may be detrimental, or you know what I mean? Like put a cost to it. And some people will pay the cost, but not everyone will. I don't know. I just think you get a lot more interesting gameplay. The more possibilities you can possibly give players, and obviously with it, you know, where you basically have to draw the limits are where they will ruin their, you know, the gameplay experience for someone else, or like if there's obviously if there's some sort of like if they're, you know, basically cheating the game in a sense of like actual not fraud, but like, I don't know, exploits. I mean, fine. Oh, it still needs to be longer, doesn't it? See, from here you can't tell, but it's bugging me. I feel like I need a higher vantage point. But yeah, the more things you can possibly allow players to do, the better. Because that's when you get really cool stuff. Some cool stuff. Black tea time loss effect. Yeah, I'm pretty motor mouth tonight, huh? Oh no! Got axed by a guillotine. Oh my god. Plus, there's nothing stopping someone from going to a PvP server unless they're afraid of PvP. Yes, but a lot of people flat out won't do it. There are a lot of people who fall into that category. I mean, all you have to do is look at the statistics of, people who choose PvE versus PvP servers, and then people like any game where you can choose the space you inhabit, right? A huge proportion is going to go for the safe space, whatever the PvP safe space, right? So I don't know. I would hate to see if I went to a PvP server and I made something awesome, or if Voidlust made something awesome, I would hate to see that no one will or that some people will miss out on going to see that in person because they just don't want to go on a PvP server, especially if then it's maybe if you're right by the hub, but then people probably camp the hub. So then you're trying to port to someone who's way off, and then you're having to navigate the wilderness through PvP that you feel really uncomfortable with. It's a great way to make people really unhappy with their game experience. I know one gentleman from EVE where all he did was mine, which is, in my opinion, one of the most boring ways you can spend your time in EVE, right? But that's all he did. And one time someone asked him, well, what is so, fun about those rocks? And he's like, well, I would like PvP, but he's like, it gets my blood pressure going a little too high. And we're like, do you have a blood pressure problem? Have you had some cardiac issues? And he's like, well, I have an aneurysm, and the doctor really just doesn't want me getting that stressed out. And you're like, oh, that's a great reason. That's a really fantastic reason why you really don't want to PvP, huh? And it's just I would hate for, that person then to not be able to see something awesome. I've missed so much chat. Damn it, I'm starting right here. If you said something awesome a page of text ago, just say it again. Fix the center of balance like you were talking about earlier. I like my asymmetry, but you're right. Maybe I'll just redo it. Maybe that's stupid. I hope when we log into the game Thursday, they're starting a whole new game Wednesday. They're hoping the goal time is to have the servers up in closed beta Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll see. That'd be great. I'd love that. I'd be in my streaming prime time. I'd be happy as can be. What's the point of full destructibility in a world if we don't use it? True. But that doesn't have to be through PvP. Mining EVE is the slowest suicide in the world. Camper miners. I want to cap era PvP is on. God. I feel like EVE is a slow game, though I tried it and I just stood there and shot at a ship that I died or something. EVE is a game you need to have someone show you. Like a friend. You need to have a friend. Show you how to do it. In Ultima Online, I used to hunt PvPers hunting miners. Yeah, there's a lot. EVE has a lot of anti-pirates. That's a thing. I hope it's after 10 a.m. PST. It's dinner time for me. I think we can bet it's going to be at least a little bit past their deadline, but maybe not. You never know. They may have Monday, Tuesday, maybe just totally all they needed, and they're just man, we smoked this. We're doing awesome. Let's throw it up on 10 a.m. They're giving themselves a pretty nice cushion, and yeah, I'm sure they need it, but it's one of those maybe that'll be enough. I should center this, huh? Because then it mimics that better, huh? Damn it! That's so much work! Dang it! I guess I'm cursing tonight. Sorry. I hope it's late enough that no one has any kids around. Are we past everyone's bedtime yet? I don't know. Probably shouldn't make that assumption. I hope after, you have to have a friend give you a take. No, you don't have to have a friend give you anything. You just have to have a friend show you. Hopefully they get it up and going before evening. I've got a musical rehearsal that night and I hate to miss the land grab. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, I will probably, because if you consider it, it's actually, unless, you know, Omi made it sound like there's actually not going to be, or at least quite possibly not a wipe when they implement caves, which I had thought was a given. When they talked about it before, it sounded like a given. But when he was talking about it tonight, it was sort of like, well, we're going to really try to avoid that. And it's like, and he actually sounded like, you know, like we think we can avoid it, kind of like actual confidence in it. If that's the case, then this is the last time, technically, because they're not going to, when they, well, no, they're gonna wipe, huh? They're gonna wipe from closed beta. I don't know. Actually, that's not what I meant to do. I need to heal that. Healing is so much better than deleting. When did the source thing happen? I don't know, it was about like 20 minutes ago and I was like, look, I'm sourced. I don't know. Got excited. Copyright right on the left and raise it a bit. Oh, I was like, what? No, I got you. I'm just gonna just do whatever. Or we might, well, it depends. If they put water in when, if they just do it at the same time that they wipe for open beta, you know, then they could just lump it, right? Depends on how long closed beta is. Oh. Like, you think I'm retarded during my morning streams. Look at me at night. Jesus. I wonder when open beta will be there, though. It sounds like it's far away. It sounds like, I mean, they said that each... It sounded like they were trying to basically make each phase... I thought they said 1 month. Didn't it say it in the roadmap? It used to. I think they may have. I think they may have said. Yeah, it was in the original opening, but now they've closed it. They went into the roadmap and like updated it, and so now it's gone. But I think it originally said that each phase was meant to be a month, and then each phase was meant to coincide with, you know, alpha, closed beta, open beta release, right? Well, if that's the case, then 1 month from now would be open beta, but alpha was 2 months, so who knows? Like, what more are they going to add in closed beta since this isn't EverQuest, you know? That part is... Well, Charlie, I mean, don't forget, like, Landmark is a game completely in its own right. It's got plenty to add. You know, they've got combat coming in closed beta. That they've slotted that for phase 2, which is absolutely closed beta. So in the next month or like 4 to 6 weeks, we should be seeing health and at least the basics of combat if they can stick to their timeline, which, you know, we'll see. But you know, things happen. But that's the timeline. right? Phase 1 took 2 months and wasn't completed. Yeah, that's true. But they also started alpha earlier than they anticipated, right? Maps are being regenerated. Yeah. Just as a note, Omid was talking about this on his stream, but if you weren't watching, basically he talked about how basically it's going to be a moot point. Like, what I was kind of planning to do would be to, try to find my, come back to my old claim, right? Just be like, okay, well, I'll go to, Serenity Spine again and just come back to this claim again and just claim it, right? Well, Serenity Spine and this claim, Serenity Spine might exist, but this claim, it won't exist. It's going to be all regened and redone and stuff. And they're going to be adding or integrating all the different biomes and stuff. They're going to get that done in one pass. So it means that basically we don't know what we're going to get, in terms of getting our new spaces. We'll all find out when there's a massive land grab. Can't wait to see what people do with story bricks. Yeah, me either. They need to add water, weather, better tools, and a new world. Yep. I want to ask Dave again when he talked about biome number 5, and I asked Omid about it tonight, and he didn't know. He said, ask Dave. So I will. But I need to do that. I'm very curious, because he specifically did mention, Dave did, that unannounced issues. Dave specifically mentioned that new wood types will be coming with biome number 5. So that would be really sweet. I've been talking about this for a long time, but I still want it. I want a walnut. I want a birch, at least. These things need to happen. I can't believe I'm redoing this roof. I had it done. What the hell's wrong with me? All phase 1 points are already done when closed beta starts. Yup. Except voice stuff. Phase 1 took less than a month? No, it took more than a month. Yeah, technically it took 2 months. But they started early too. And when you consider a lot of their early development was just literally like fixing, plugging holes and just fixing stuff that was sort of a byproduct of going live. And then features started coming out, so I don't know. I want more textures overall and not just wood. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that to the exclusion of other textures or anything. I just particularly want some new woods because the wood right now is pretty limited. At least for my taste. When did Alpha open up? February 1st. Actually didn't have my I had an account, but it wasn't working yet because I had an NVIDIA card on my all-in-one and it just threw up. And so I was like, I wonder if my older computer that I built back in 2011 would work, and it did. Like a lunar biome. Ooh. They had that swamp biome. I'm very intrigued about the swamp biome. I want to see it. Because the new thing about swamp, people was like, it's it's ugly and gross and stuff, but it's extremely it's got a lot of mood to it. I don't know. It's got personality. I can't believe I'm deleting my roof. Oh well, it's just light tool. I can put it back. I guess as long as I have my roof finished by the end of the stream, I guess I'm a happy camper. I almost said I'm a happy duck. Grandma would be proud. Whoo! Claim upkeep. Empty and abandoned claims are not cool. They are not. So we're introducing upkeep, which is basically a small amount of in-game coin. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but yeah, you basically they had a thing for it in the claim menu, and it's gone. But basically, you'll have to pay resources to keep your claim active, so that you're not just going to have abandoned claims everywhere, which is nice. I don't know. I wonder how they'll. They've said that in-game coin, at least at first, is mainly going to be provided by. You can sell your resources to vendors. which means there need to be vendors, which means there need to be NPCs. So we'll see. Is this through station coins or in-game? It's in-game money for sure. Really, really sure. Dave Georgeson said that. Like, it's yeah. I just realized that shouldn't have been painted. That should be add tool. Yeah, they're not gonna charge you cash to keep your claim up. I mean, maybe if they had like a conversion so that you could convert in-game coin to cash, you know, or like whatever, if you could do, or the other way, right? So if you could convert station cash to coin, then maybe like, you know, you could do it that way. But like, no, it's gonna be in-game coin for upkeep. I'm really quite sure. Because that would be messed up. Upkeep should be dealt with by having claims degrade. Termites. Dem termites. That would be cool though. Yeah, I mean, Charlie, but they've repeated a bunch of times that basically, if you want to play this game for free, you absolutely can, and you will be able to have full functionality playing for free. Now there'll be sort of convenience stuff that you can buy for cash, and of course they're gonna have, you know, they're gonna have all sorts of attractive options for cash, but it's not going to be something you need that's central to gameplay. But so in any other station cash is real cash. I mean, station cash, you buy that with money, so like that's essentially cash. It's just there, like it's less I guess it's like a less immersion breaking than just saying like in game than referring to like cash prices. Oh, I hit delete. I shouldn't hit delete. Hey Arperk, how you doing? 20,000 worldwood per day upkeep. Yeah, Jesus. The upkeep fee is the fee you pay for the guys that get rid of the eremites, so they don't eat your build. Meat is money. I only saw part of that stream, and I still absorbed meat is money. I'm just like, oh yes, meat is money. Dang it though, what am I doing? Can't believe I had the roof like pretty much done. We had a roof completed, guys. How did this happen? No! I really need to change that sphere. It just gets way too out of control. And actually, this is one case where pasting empty space would be helpful. Because now we need to repair this. What's good? How can I see? I need to be able to like mark, like be able to tell. I guess I can just move it over from the selection. That's slow, but it'll work. I need to make sure that it would paste properly, be in the right like horizontal alignment. It doesn't seem right at all, does it? Because it's not. There we go. What about taking time off for what? For beta? Artwork, you did! You used my link, thank you! Yeah, guys, if there's anyone else who's looking at getting the game and you don't have it yet, yeah, if you don't have it yet and you're thinking about getting it, consider using my link or the code below. Basically, it gives me credit so that I can get stuff to give away for the channel, which is pretty cool. This looks so pretty. Had to take 2 weeks off, doctor said 4 weeks. That sucks. Make a flat roof instead, it's a lot quicker. Oh, don't I know it. Yeah, I mean, like, I never really, because my first 2 places, I did a completely flat roof, pretty much. My 3rd place, I did an angled roof, but there was pretty much a single, like, I did it in one day because it was pretty much a single construction. The roof has taken probably the most time just because of the way I built this place. I built it really, like, multi-level, which for roofing is retarded. It's just, God. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I know what I was thinking. I was trying to make a cool build, but it really bit me when it came to doing roofs. There we go. Now that I've successfully undone all the work that I just did, let's go back and fix this all, shall we? Let's just center it, because I think that's what... I was trying to resist it, but I think that's what needs to happen here. Because then it'll sort of have... It'll balance this. It'll be good. It's just... vexing. So let's see. I don't even know if this room has a true center. I hope so. Can't tell. Oh yeah, Aridia1 is the code. Thank you, Dutch. Mistress of Roofing. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, Indian Feather, it was one big slanted roof. That was my Modern House number 3. If you haven't seen my previous builds, sorry. I need to wear glasses tomorrow. Contacts are just killing my right eye. No, this one's freaking out too. But, my Modern House number 3, the point of the build was I had one major roof and it was massively slanted and then balanced by a fin. It looked pretty cool. So if you look at Modern House number 3, I've got a YouTube link to the house tour, which is like 5 minutes long. No, I think that was a little longer. I think it was like 6 months. Whatever. It's pretty short. So if you haven't seen it that way, you can take a look at what it did. Is that centered though? Four, thank God. I was like, oh man, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to deal with this too. Ah, good. That's something. It'll still be asymmetrical. I mean, it's one of those things where it's funny because it'll actually still be asymmetrical just because the room is asymmetrical. So we'll still get some interest in there. I think Era should be an architect in real life. Except architects have a lot more to think about than I do. I just have to make it look pretty. Architects actually have to make it possible. I can't do that. I don't know these things. I mean, when I first started this build, I was thinking that when I'm doing these beams, that the vertical beam should have precedence over the horizontal beams, because that seemed to me like it would be a more stable, like, option for construction. And I was corrected by viewers that no, that's actually not how it's done, because that would totally make it would be way unstable, and the horizontal beams are what should have precedence. So things like that, I'd be a horrible architect. Been hanging out with Lithology group here lately. Don't know if I'm going to stick with them or not, and strike out on my own. I mean, do you have to choose? Could do your own thing, right? I mean, don't you mean like it's just a, or you mean like you're part of the super claim? sure you can learn to be an architect. Just skip. Oh, what did I skip? Shago says, I used your code without your consent too to upgrade my Settler account to Trailblazer. Well, thank you! Thank you for helping me out, because I think they update the stats every week. Landmark versus imploding. Where did it implode? What happened? Play games for nerds versus being an actual architect. I wonder what's easier and more fun. Yeah, this is more fun. I just realized this. I wonder if that kind of distance will be like most games kind of really exaggerate. Like if you actually jumped from this distance, it was like, yeah, I jumped like this. That would hurt. But most games have that not be like any sort of damage or anything. I wonder. Otherwise, I'm totally screwed. It's the T. It is the T. The world exploded. Where did it explode? What happened? Yeah, as Dutch Tiger said, I promise it's not anything personal. If I just don't see your comment, it's not you, it's me. It's just it's one of those, like, if it's something important, just say it again, and hopefully I'll see it the second time. It's just that when it was just like 30 people in chat, because you guys are really active, which I love. Please never stop. I just, like when it was 30 people in chat, I could keep up with every line, but now it's like it goes faster at times, and it's just my brain doesn't handle it, especially if I'm actually building something. Okay, let's see here. I wonder if I could have, oh no, I couldn't. I was like, I wonder if I could have just left this the way it was, but probably not. Well, that's disappointing. Like that-ish. You never played DayZ? If you fall a little, you break the legs. Really? That sucks. I have a whole bunch of people who have tried to get me to play DayZ for a while. I still haven't. Oh, there will be... Oh, yes. Got it. Yeah, I heard about that they were going to do like a player-run explosion, essentially. Yeah, I heard about that. Sounded pretty cool. Dang it! Why can I never hit the beam? Thank God for tweak mode. Where would we be without tweak mode? Is that really... That is the same one. Okay, so now at least I can see, hopefully I can at least see if that's a give. Is that steep enough though? Can you just copy a big piece of the other roof and paste it? Copy and paste is too finicky, I think, to really get clean results that way. You're gonna get cleaner results if you're dealing with a line tool. You at least want to line it in first, and then you can copy bits and make them cleaner. But it just, yeah, not a gymnast. No, definitely not. Or you know this game is about to get a huge influx of players with beta, and again at open beta you should prepare for 500 viewers instead of 50 scale. I've been thinking about that, and actually that's one of the reasons that when the game's down, normally I skip Sunday and I stream Monday through Thursday and Saturday, 9 a.m. Well, the game's gonna be down on Monday and Tuesday, which means clearly if I'm gonna stream I have to find a different game, which I probably will, just for those days. But then I was thinking of actually setting up MooBot, not so much for policing chat, because you guys are pretty freaking awesome and don't say bad things, and you know, like, you guys are pretty cool. So you guys don't really need a lot of moderation, but just for stuff like, where's your claim? It's on Spready Spire, here's a map, you know, like that kind of stuff. Stuff that needs to be repeated a lot. I don't know, and just for like, you know, people who Artberg like starts mock cursing. I don't believe you. Yeah, that's the kitten. Hi. It's, we'll see. I've recruited a couple mods. Hopefully they can hold out. Dutch Tiger and Tess, they seem like, well, I know Tess quite well, and Dutch Tiger seems the strong type. He seems like he can handle it, so I think we'll be okay. But if not, I'll recruit more mods. We'll be all right. I'm gonna bring a huge French community of 3,500 people on Landmark. Hey, man, bring them my way. It'd be sweet. You can teach me French. That'll be a laugh. I will insult everybody just for my horrible pronunciation. It'll be horrible, but it'll be fun. Recruit us for mods. Why have a MooBot when you can have a mob lord? Indeed. Oh my, yeah, the first Sims. Oh, the nostalgia. I actually changed my handle because it was not appropriate. I started to think what we'll get after. We'll see. I mean, I like to think that you have to, I mean, yes, there's an element that people who join the stream, I teach the curse words, that's awesome. There's an element that people who join in beta generally aren't as devoted. They're not as interested in, they're not as devoted as people who have joined in alpha, right? And so there's a good chance that we'll need to kind of show them how we run things around here. You know what I mean? Like, this, you know, what kind of stream we got around here? So we'll have to kind of, you know, the house has no roof. Most of it does. It's just this little part. I'm working on the roof. I'm working on it. We've made so much progress. You have no idea. It was so much worse. We're working on it. This is the last little bit, and then the roof will be done. That's my main goal tonight. I want to get the roof done, and then tomorrow I'll finish the furniture, and this place will be dunsies. Why do I keep shift clicking that? I don't need to tweak that. I said a lot of the worst in the WoW stream. Sorry to the WoW people, but it's true. I've interestingly had my own personal experiences have been much worse with Minecraft, just because I don't know if it's the demographic or what, but when I or maybe it's because I was streaming a little bit later, but I'm not having that problem right now. I don't know, but I got a lot of people who just came in to troll. It was one of those things. It wasn't actually that difficult for me because it was just like, okay, you are not here to be cool. You're here to be a troll, and so I just banned them, and it was fine. But it wasn't definitely like the people weren't as interactive. Like you know, it wasn't. We have a really great community. I want the new people to learn that rather than for, yeah. Sure. And here the French curse words are like throwing roses into someone's face. That's funny. I don't remember an online like that in Matrix. Is that from Matrix? Do you want some? Do you want some? Did you see her paw? She's like, I want some. Huh. She's the softest kitten in the world. Use the link, Bod. Bod, have you already gotten your copy? He probably already has his copy. Arrow will break the legs of beta noobs who dare mess around. I'll leave that to my mods. They'll do the leg breaking. He wants tea. Is the stream locking up? Usually when people say the stream is locking up, it's usually them. Not trying to give you crap, but often it's them. It's possible though. If anyone else is having issues, I'll start checking my stuff, but. Now that I've got this front angle, now at least I can fall the freak off. Now that I've got this front angle, at least I can properly see if this is the right direction. No. There we go. Okay. It's a little flat, isn't it? Do I care? What do you guys think? Do I care? Is it a little flat? Is it worth fixing or just being like... And yeah, at this point I'm source, so if you're having trouble, you can decrease the quality. Wow, and the cat, you know how I've said before, like the cat she's kind of a diva, and if I have 100 viewers or more, she'll come out, but otherwise, no, she'll just bother me, but not actually, she's sitting on my lap now. She likes you guys. She has a soft spot. Are there different servers for this game, or is it just one huge one with different places? There are different servers, but you can get between them, so it's basically like we're all on one server. Like, if you like I'm on Serenity, but I've been to Liberation, I've been to Courage, I've been to all the, well, actually I haven't been to Satisfaction, but you can, when you switch islands, you can switch servers just the same. The world ends tomorrow. Do we care about anything, really? It's a little flat, looks fine. Let me put in the color, also known as the texture. What the hell is in this tea? I think my cat is dosing me. It'll be nice whenever it seems sort of obvious, but they probably just totally forgot to have different rotations of the shingles so that, you won't get like shingles going sideways across the roof. Like, directions are important. How focused on building is EverQuest Next? EverQuest Next being a different game, EverQuest Next, that's still very, very, very much up in the air. They did a poll on it recently, like, should you be able to build at all? If you can build, should it just be in cities that are sort of like designated for that? Should you just be able to build anywhere? The general trend was definitely, in the poll results, was definitely towards people don't want people to just be able to build anywhere because that kind of kills immersion, which a lot of things kill immersion, but it's one of those like, not all buildings are going to, basically people were like, well, if people are going to make a big box, that's fine, but I don't really want to see that in an MMO, where in Landmark it's fine, but yeah. Which I get. Just like, if I plunked down a modern house, I'm sure there would be people that would be really annoyed with that too. Color won't change it being a little flat. True, but it could change. Oh my god, the cat eating or drinking beer rather. True, but it sometimes often will change the appearance and make it not where it's not so much being flat, it's more that it's not defined enough. If the angle's not defined enough, and sometimes color is enough to fix that. Why am I doing this again? We just talked about this the other. That'll do. Or the fact that it stood out before. It is so flat. But I don't really think I care. I don't think I care. I'm going to fill in the top right here. I don't know if I care. Oh, it's T. Hey, Zone Matrix, how you doing? Yeah, I was at Liberation Goalie earlier. It absolutely killed my computer. There's no way I could do it on the stream. I don't think I want this ceiling to be a lot taller than that. If I do it any taller than that, it's going to be a freaking cathedral in here. It's enough. Whatever. We're doing it. It's like freaking 10 p.m. It's going to be alright. Alright, so I'm going to do this. It's going to mess up the voxels, but we'll clean it back up. It'll be alright. So this messes things up, but we'll clean it back up. It'll be fine. And actually, we could do one side and then just mirror it, which I'll probably just do and save myself some work. Isn't it a bit too symmetric? Add some randomness. Oh, it'll be asymmetric too. Actually, that's another thing to consider. I think I may put consider. The roof will look side out here too, which actually pretty perfect. Will work quite well. Considering tea is a diuretic. Ooh. Ooh, I think this is this cat. Curved roof is not happening. No curved roof. No. That's another build. Another build entirely. I just want to get this roof done. That's all I wanted. I should have done this longer portion first, huh? Because now we have this to contend with. Now we have to make them happy together. Those look happy. Is it smooth in here? It is. Looks like the same slope to me. Microvoxel roof. Oh my god. One second. Wow. And as much as I hate to do it, I'm actually going to take just the briefest AFK, which kills me because my cat's sleeping on my lap, and that's like a serious thing to treasure because she never does that. But I forgot I made dinner and I've got leftovers on the stove, and if I don't put it away, they're going to spoil, and I'm going to give myself myself food poisoning. So I'm going to put that away real quick. I'm going to put up the AFK screen. Hopefully the stream doesn't crash. This has been known to happen. I will be back in like 2 minutes. You might have had too much caffeine when you drop the Tupperware. Just saying. We having a language discussion? French is the mother of all tongues. Oh, but isn't Latin the mother of most tongues? Non-Germanic tongues. Yes. Let's see here. Where were we? Oh, God. Hey, Torben, how you doing? Isn't it really early over there right now, though? Isn't it, like, obscenely early? Over in your neck of the woods? To keep the tunes going while you're here? I'm kind of paranoid about running music, especially if I plan to put it on YouTube. Tonight I was going to, but then I actually just couldn't find a Pandora station that I liked. I usually listen to soundtracks, but I didn't think that would be what everyone else wanted, so I don't know. What is the epic music for AFK at the start of stream? I got them both from machinimasound.com. I purchased the license for them from there. I'm kind of paranoid about YouTube and their music licensing crap. And so I've basically all the music that I use is from there. The first one is Enigmatic, and the second one is 2456 AD is the title. I don't. It doesn't actually have the author, but the composer of either one listed. So I don't know that. It's like 5:25. Caffeine is a. I see your building skills are better than mine. No, I don't know about that. I'll zoom out so you can see what the heck I'm doing. Doing a cabin. So that's the and I was feeling like this was too flat. I think it's fine now. I don't know. Like the more I work on it, I think we'll be all right. But I just have to get this one last little bit of roof. I had it done and then I didn't like it, and so then I ripped it off and we're doing it again. So once I get that done, then I can finish furnishing the living room and like maybe do a little bit in the kitchen, and I think we're done. Or in the bedroom, and I think we're done at that point. Nothing wrong with listening to soundtracks. Yeah, but yeah, YouTube is not friendly to that stuff. That's the problem. I couldn't put it on YouTube, which I like putting my previous streams on YouTube. I may just do it anyway. I don't know. Well. I may just do it anyway and then not put it on YouTube. How long do you think you'll be streaming tonight, Era? Probably not. Yeah, go to bed, Dutch. Go to bed. Probably like another half hour or so. Probably not very extremely long. You might have to shovel snow on that roof. Well, see, Ro, that was my argument. I was like, well, I'm going to make all the roofs angled, and then I decided, no, that's nuts. And I have some flat bits, so to be honest, I think we lost the snow battle already. We're just going to have to say, well, this is a fairly temperate region of forest, and it really doesn't precipitate much here, I think. There's a bunch of royalty-free music you can download for your next stream. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'll get to it, and like with Dutch, no, go to bed because I'm probably gonna stream in the morning too. So go to bed. You can see me in the morning. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. But yeah, you nut. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Something? We all gonna have a reset soon in a few days. Yeah, well, that's why I'm trying to get this done. It's one of those, like, I'm trying to compress what would have been the work of several days down. I mean, not because it should have taken several days, just because what happens is when I'm streaming, I talk a lot more. And so it's just not very fast. Like, it's just the nature of it. You're getting a puppy? I'm not getting a puppy. My mom's getting a puppy. So my mom asked me to come with her, so I have to drive up to my mom's place first, and then once I get there, I'm going to we'll head up to the breeders, which is another like hour away. And I'm sure I'm going to be in puppy mode. You know, we're not going to like. I can't just like. I can't just be like a puppy and then just like leave. Like, you can't do that, right? So, yeah. So once there's puppy, I probably won't stream again tomorrow. I'll probably build, but not stream. Get some templates saved? Yeah, I know, I will. I'll probably start templating early in the like early evening tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening, just to be safe, just to make sure I don't lose anything. I mean, they're supposed to auto template, and I trust that mostly. It's one of those like sort of paranoia things. Grr. I forgot. I built this up for the other angle. God, why do I keep falling? I want to make really sure that I don't have any clipped bits. Back in a harvest mode, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of talking and chopping. Last looks, you gotta impress Glenn and... Wait, Glenn. No, wait, but last looks is like... Oh, Glenn and V. Yes, I gotcha. Okay, so I thought you were referencing Project Runway. Is where my mind went first, but yes. I love that show, Face Off. Oh. It's one of those things where I've never been in I've never had any particular interest in makeup per se, but I did have an interest for a long time in being in doing like computer graphics and character art and stuff like that, which it's just basically doing digitally what these guys are doing for real, and so it's kind of a similar pursuit in that sense. And so it's like, I don't know, I like watching that stuff. Plus, it's just entertaining. And it's one of the very few competition shows that doesn't overly focus on drama, interpersonal drama. You know, like, so many shows started out really about whatever topic, you know, and some of them are better than others, but Face Off has actually been relatively drama-free. You know, like, relatively drama-free. What was the quote of Era with the amount of British guys? Oh, I'm not saying it. I don't even remember. Still working on this, holy crap. Yeah, I know. I know. Let's see here. So this is gonna mess up the roof like royally. Yeah, our perk, it was something like that. It was something like that, yeah. Let's see here. I think we were talking about accents at the time. I think that would be the context that is lacking. There we go. And I go spawn for for reference, I actually had a roof and it was done, and I decided I didn't like it, and so I decided to redo it, which may not be the most logical thing in the world, but it's what's happening. That's why we're doing this over again. So you guys will be really, really familiar with my roofing methods. Oh man, I had used delete at some point. Look at, again, one of those things where it's like, we're further proving the theory, which is great, but unfortunately it's not working in our favor right now. So, further proof of virgin voxels, but... no, I'll deal with that in a second, I guess. We have to pay extra for sci-fi? That sucks. I have to pay extra for BBC, so that's one of the reasons I finally gave up. I finally just said, well, I guess I'm just going to go to like Hulu and Netflix and just have that be it, because I'm not going to pay. My cable was starting to cost, it was $200 a month, which is incredibly ridiculous. So I was just like, I guess I'm just going to watch it late or something, because that's too much money for that. Oh god, it's just getting so chewed up. But what matters is if it's showing inside. That's what I care about. Not yet. That's good. Icospawn says, damn, never seen a streamer play so long. Thank you, Icospawn. Thank you very much for your contribution. I'm building my, or I'm upgrading my PC so that I can stream in higher quality, so that goes directly towards that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Eric, how much upload do you have? I knew the answer to this question like last week, and now I feel dumb. A lot. I want to say like, I don't remember the unit. It's like 15. So it's like 15. Is it megabits per second? Is that the right? 15 of those? I don't know. I don't remember the like unit or whatever. Generally, my internet's pretty good. Internet's pretty good, so I don't really have to worry about that. It's more of my hardware and stuff that kind of determines my quality. Speed test, but I don't want to do that while I'm streaming. Sorry, I read Throckmorton's. He says, "Okay, old man, reality blown." I thought he said us, like us programming, pretty much confined to us. Confined to us makes sense. Us programming didn't, and I thought maybe like we're talking about programming as a verb. I got very confused, but U.S. programming, yeah. So like talking about Face Off being available other places other than U.S. So I understand now, but it was one of those like, what? Huh? Whoops! Is that? Oh. Did I just change the angle and not even? No. Okay, weird. Okay, whatever. Did I extend it already? God, it looks like such a mess. We'll get there, but dang, it looks bad. Charlie, yeah. Fighters normally talk in bits and not bytes. Yeah, I don't know these things. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a really great connection. It's not that. So that's not really what limits me. It's more of it's just like all the other stuff, like hardware stuff. Shh. Stop by getting the rep of killing shows before their time. Farscape, Sanctuary. This isn't a sci-fi show, but has anyone seen, oh my god, what's it called? The Colony, I think? Is it called The Colony? It was on, I want to say it was on Discovery. You've seen that? Where it's, the first season was really pretty entertaining. Where they took a bunch of people and they said, okay, you know, it's post-apocalyptic type, you know, post-outbreak conditions or whatever, and they said, okay, now you have to survive. That's your test, just survive. All right, and they made all sorts of crazy stuff. They made like they had several engineers, and so they actually made, like, I thought I'd be like, okay, this is gonna be like Survivor, like, you know, like whatever. They're gonna be eating bugs and like doing nasty crap. No, like they were doing all this amazing stuff. Tobin says, just realized you're wearing one of the station cats out. I should go to sleep. You probably should. Yeah, The Colony. That must be, yeah, The Colony. Okay. Hi. It's the first season is quite good. The second season, they basically went for pretty people instead of for people that had any sort of knowledge whatsoever. And so it got a lot less interesting. Like the first one, I won't spoil, if you haven't seen it, I really, really recommend you do. And I won't spoil the stuff that they made because it blew my mind. It was one of those like, wait, I couldn't make that in a friggin' lab. And you're telling me you made it out of like car parts and a friggin' toaster? You know, it's like one of those like, are you serious? Like stuff that, like they were basically theorizing, like, well, with this, like, where they were doing like some pretty high level freaking crap, and they were doing it in a dump, and it was just like, you know, Tony Stark made this in a cave, and you can't, you know, like it was exactly the kind of stuff where it was just like, are you kidding me? And they had a couple jerks, you know, who like to be loud, but it was one of those things like you could tell they weren't trying to be jerks. They weren't trying to be difficult. It was one of those just like they didn't deal very well with pressure, maybe, you know. Charlie, no. The professor on it. Alright, see you later, Tarbin. So wait, season 3 of what? Season 3 of what started last week? What happened here? Oh, that's not what I meant to do, actually. So that's, well, that part's not done, but part around it's done. I still need to do this, huh? Dang it. Yeah, I don't have fiber, but it is a really good connection at least, so there's that. Yes, Charlie, the one where they're in LA. That one. Which I still don't know where the hell they put them, because it's like, wait, they're talking about a canal in a warehouse. Like, that seems like something we should be able to find. And yet it's like, where are they? But yeah, the one that takes place in LA is quite good. The one that they did in New Orleans sucks. It's lame. They went for people who were pretty instead of people who knew anything about how to make anything, which is what made the originals so good, was the ingenuity that people had, you know, where it's just like, yeah, you had some people who maybe they didn't have, you know, have the engineering know-how, but they did other stuff, you know, but you had some people who were really freaking smart, coming up with, you know, like actual, you know, mechanical knowledge and actual engineering knowledge, and it was good. It was good. Like the building going on. Me too. I will. Oh my god! I saw the flicker of. I've got a torch over there on that tree, and just something about it caught my eye, kind of like a creeper moving, and I'm just like, ah! Yeah, I'm enjoying this house a lot. I'll miss it, but I'm also kind of glad to have it. I'm looking forward to getting it done tomorrow. Did they ever do a season 3 of the Colony Show? Not that I know of. I have a feeling after the New Orleans, they were just like, yeah, never mind, that's the end of that. Just because it just really wasn't that good. It was one of those, like, we could have, you know, if they'd done another of the LA, well, it's not even the location. The premise was fine. It's just they really did not pick good people for it. I don't remember the name of the guy, but there was one guy that I really liked. He was the, I want to say he was like an engineer, and he worked on computers, like circuitry and stuff. But he was older. He was the kind of guy you don't expect to see on any sort of any sort of like reality show at all. And he was just kind of different. He was just kind of, you know, but a really nice guy, really hardworking, and what he could do was just mind blowing. And there was another guy who was like, he was just like a handyman, but he was a little hot headed, but he could also do some really amazing stuff. Really good show. One thing I never get is that in a series like Walking Dead, to get some electricity, they just need to go salvage some solar panels and then get basic stuff running again. Yeah. I can't watch, I've talked about this before, but I can't watch things anymore like Walking Dead. I tried for a long time just because I know that Walking Dead, everyone loves it. You know, it's one of those, like, everyone really, really loves it, and I tried to love it too. And I just couldn't. I can't do scary stuff. And I know Walking Dead isn't really even scary, but whoa. But it's enough. I can't do anything to do with like outbreaks in general because it seems really plausible to me. Like it feels too much like I've had way too many bio classes that kind of gave me, you know, as bio major, I have way too many classes that kind of gave me a real sense of danger that, you know what, like in terms of like super bugs or super, you know, like viruses and stuff that get, like, that's way too likely. It freaks me out. Versus like, I can actually deal with just hack and slash kind of stuff. I can deal with that because I'm just like, Fallen Skies, I can't do it either. I tried, can't do that one. Although that one, it wasn't necessarily because it was scary. It was just because I just didn't care for it. I followed you on Twitter. Thank you! Will you play the Alien game? The Alien game? The Alien game? Doctor Who introduced me to breakless shows. Can't stand watching Who on BBC America now because of the commercials. Yeah, I don't know about that so much, although my understanding is that compared at least to the way that TV's done over across the pond, my understanding is that we're kind of heathens because we have so many commercials. Relatively. Nice and, well, relatively clean. We can fix that. Fix it anyway. We have a roof. Now we just need to make it pretty. You should play The Last of Us. It'll break your heart. Crap. Yeah, I don't know. You cried playing it? Oh my god. I don't know if I can handle it. It's yeah. I've talked about this before, but scary movies I'm kind of weird with scary movies. Like hack and slash bloody stuff doesn't bother me. Blood I can do like all day long. I briefly looked at doing phlebotomy while I was waiting for med school things. Like I can deal with blood. That's not a problem. It's just really, like I said, like any sort of outbreak kind of thing will really get me. Not necessarily zombie movies in general. Like that doesn't really bother me so much. Like so it's not like all zombie movies or anything. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm sensitive to these things. Slenderman. God. I've heard of it. I don't know if I can take it. Oh, I'm gonna fall so far. Oh, dang it. Why did okay, so this is like 3 freaking stories. Well, no, it's not. It's like 2 stories up from where I am. The heck? What am I dealing with right here? How am I gonna fix this one though? I guess I could just redraw. Yeah, that's probably my best bet. Huh? Is just redraw the line tool over that and get a clean line. That's probably what I gotta do. Good there. Crap. And of course I did the wrong freaking texture. And yeah, I can paint over it, but it's easier to paint the outside than it is the inside. I have to start over here so that I know where I'm going. There we go. Did I get it cleaned up? It's not fall. Mostly I can fix that later. Sweet. And hey, Malefic Gamer, how you doing? The story of what? Slenderman or... I'm looking to see which... We were talking about a lot of things. How is that still typing? I have no idea. He says typing with my eyes closed. Blind type. Oh my god. So now it's just painting and cleanup. Just painting and cleanup, and then we're all done, and then we can be like, yeah, the roof is finally freaking done. Only took, I don't even know how many days I've been working on the roof. I don't even know. No, I mean, that's not the only thing I worked on, but still, it feels like it. Just want a typing speed test link. Oh my god. Can we dream about a slender stream? I don't know. I have a feeling it's something that would get me going and not, and I don't know. I don't know. This is the part when I step back and be like, I don't like that angle. No, angle's just freaking fine, I think. I think we're good. So now I just need to clean up bits and pieces. Yeah, we're fine. I just need to fix that. Nations have risen and fallen in less time than this roof has taken. I know. I know. It's bad. So what are your plans for the coming wipe and shift to closed beta? I don't have a ton of plans other than I know that I'm going to probably look for a place in Old Growth Forest. That's pretty, you know, that's pretty set in my head. God, I found out again that there was like a mob or something like over here. I think because I saw the torch flicker and it looked like eyes or something. So definitely gonna do Old Growth Forest. I've been talking about doing I've been thinking about a sci-fi build. Like all I know is lots of height, lots of vertical stuff. Words. Doing a very vertically oriented build, using a lot of iron and emerald, but that may not be the most practical considering it's the beginning of closed beta and we won't have any material. Yeah, my lord, you're no longer allowed to say that I'm sick because it happens. I'm not sick, it's just allergies and I'm trying not to sniff and, you know, make icky sounds. Yeah, what do you think about Game of Thrones? I love Game of Thrones, but unfortunately I no longer have, since I don't have HBO anymore, I don't have HBO Go, which means I can't watch it. So I need to get like the DVD, or DVDs rather. But I love Game of Thrones. Dutch Tiger's external immune system, seriously. I just need to find a claim closer to the portal. Beyond that, I'm not sure. I mean, now that we can teleport to our claim, I don't know if I care. Mass vitamin D cures all. I have a really crappy immune system in general. Crappy in the sense that it's not that it's weak. In a lot of ways, it's too strong. I actually have an autoimmune thing, and so it's like it just my immune system doesn't know what to do. It just attacks me instead of it just gets like, I don't know. We're just gonna go after your digestive system. Yeah, so yeah. Cool stuff. And then I take all sorts of stuff to calm it down, and then I get sick all the time, so that's alright. Let's see. I'm trying not to sniff, but it's hard. I have terrible allergies. It doesn't help I'm allergic to my own cat. I can't get rid of her or anything, so I'm stuck with her. So this is going to look super choppy, but then we'll clean it up and it'll be pretty. I sound like I'm just trying to convince myself. Like, no, really, it'll be okay. It'll be really pretty, just watch. Advice in terms of where to go to stake a claim. Well, we don't really know anything about what the realms will look like. They've confirmed, or Omid pretty much confirmed that all the islands are going to get regenerated, which means the way they look now is not how they're going to look. So what we can take from that is it's just going to depend on the day, you know, like it's just going to depend on what we see on Wednesday. Hopefully it's Wednesday. And hopefully we can get good stuff. All right, let's fix this, shall we? I just see, in my peripheral vision, I just see the chat scrolling by like crazy, and I'm like, I'm getting so behind. Dang it, I misaligned it. Do you think the modern-looking houses fit EQN? With Landmark, it doesn't really matter. With EQ Next, no, I really doubt that I'll be picked for any sort of like they said, like if you've got a really amazing build, if it fits the universe, that they'll consider featuring you, right? Nice. Like in Next, which I can pretty much, unless I build something that is less anachronistic, then I'm guessing that's never going to happen for me, and I can just not worry about it, which isn't really a bad thing. Well, it would be cool. How cool would it be to just be like, yeah, that's my thing in that game. That's my stuff. So that's that fixed. Now we need to fix out here. Oops. One claim plus 2 add-on claims that must connect to a prime claim. Oh yeah, Petunia. I apologize. I'm getting really bad tonight. I'm just like building and then totally missing chat. I really try not to do that most of the time, so I'm sorry if I miss what you're saying. But yeah, right now you get 1 main claim flag and 2 additional claims that you can tack on top of it, or next to it rather, or on top of it. It's nice. This little copy paste element is like saved my butt. Shoot! Why does it do that? Or it drops the paste. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so that's done. I think the other side was clean. I can't remember. Was the other side clean or not? Oh god, it's not clean. Damn it. Up and see ya, Charlie. Yeah, but Ruined Nation, pretty much since with Landmark, you're pretty much, I won't say entitled, but you're like, it's totally fine to do other stuff. Like, I like building modern. A lot of people don't. You know, it's one of those, like, it's whatever you want. And the devs are pretty much really embracing whatever genre it is you want to build in. I just realized I just did this, but only for the thickness in here, which means when I go in here, yep. Actually, I should probably fix it inside first, and then I'll worry about the outside. That sounds like a plan. Aaron needs Duracell Energize, probably. Can you put vines on the wall? Yeah, you can. Actually, if you want to see vines, I actually have some on my claim, just not right here. They are right here. So I've used a couple of the different vine patterns, and there's other like really cool stuff you can. I've seen people. There was one claim, I don't know if it's still like this, but on Liberation Cave. Someone correct me. The one with the guy's name I could never say. Ines? I'm gonna go with Ines. That build's right there, and then he's got then the person below or south of him rather has like all the like basically a giant tree city. Like it reminds me a lot of like the Ewok kind of situation. But they also they took vines and turned them into like the handles, or not handles, the rails of like bridges and stuff. It's really pretty. Yeah, so Matrix, it's one of those things where normally I'm actually like I'm doing a really horrible job at multitasking tonight. That's normally something I kind of pride myself on, but I don't know. I blame the time. Oh dear. Oh goodness, this is not the way that's supposed to be. Let's hold up, God. Better. This game has sold a lot of PC rigs already. Sheesh. Some custom PC gaming rigs should make a landmark PC and sell a crap ton of them. It's true. It's so funny. It's kind of like... Who was it this time? It wasn't Modlord. Who was it? Who said it? Petunia? Petunia, weren't you the one who commented and said I sound sick? Who was it? No! It's not happening. It'll be okay. I'm just kidding. It's not. Sego, I think it's Liberation Cave, but it could have been something else. My memory's not the best on that kind of thing. Like, I don't even know how many times I've asked Cold Knight. Like, and I've been to his claim a million times, and I still have to ask him every time. Like, Cold Knight, where's your claim? Where's your claim, Cold Knight? Can I just... I don't know if I care about that. Moving on. Showing how folks how to build is so useful. Yeah, I usually try to be a little bit more I would say instructive, but a little more helpful. But right now I'm just like tools and lines stuff. I don't know. So what was I doing? I was fixing this. I thought I fixed this. Did I not fix this? Oh, and it was you, Petunia. I'm just kidding. It's just allergies, guys. Don't worry. Not that any of you seem particularly worried. Just don't worry about it. It's all good. It's just allergies. Why did I have to like do this? Why did I do this? Shoot. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I need to rotate it like this so that it goes in 90-degree angles. Grr. Hate yourself. Wait, why am I rotating? I don't need to rotate. Guys, we're reaching that point where I just start doing really stupid stuff. And everything takes 3 times as long because I are retarded and not having enough sleep. But the important thing is that tomorrow I get to play with the puppy! I get to play with the puppy tomorrow. Aren't you jealous? Oops. What happened there? What? Oh, I healed. I didn't heal it, I deleted. Hopefully I didn't do it on the other side and I can just mirror it. Just be like, yeah. Actually, there's actually an even easier solution to this problem. If I wasn't being so silly. That's weird. I'll capture. Shoot! What's up to? Why am I messing this up so royally? Dang it. I said 30 minutes. How far am I over? Crap. Dutch, go to bed. I'm just fixing the little... You know what? Can we just say the roof is done? I'll fix that later. The roof's done, right? The roof's done, right? Hey, Amulavaka, how you doing? That looks like the roof's done to me. Right? $45 ago. Wasn't, no, it wasn't 2 hours ago. It was 45. Guys! The roof's done. Yeah, Bob was like, can we just take a vote? All in favor. It's done, right? I think we have a roof. I think it's done. Which means really the only thing we have left to do, or maybe put some furniture, is maybe put some furniture in the bedroom and deal with this living room. And then I think we're done. If it gets you to end the stream and gets Dutch to bed, it's done. Yeah, I think we're there. I think we're there. I know what you mean, Brock. I know what you mean. Well, I saw some on the back of some artifacts. I know there's artifacts, and I'll deal with them tomorrow. And that's sort of the. Well, that'll be just ice on the cake. Icing on the. Not ice on the cake. Whew! Icing on the cake. Any glass down. Yeah, it sounds like we're not gonna get that for a while. How's the combat? What kind of style is it? We don't really know yet. The combat's not in yet, but it will be. It will be. That'll be coming at some point during beta. Template that business and let Dutch sleep. No, I'll template tomorrow. He can, but Dutch, go to sleep. Everyone gets to sleep. Everyone gets to sleep. Sleep for everybody. Thank you, Petunia. So the plan for tomorrow. Here's the plan for tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna try to get up early enough that I can do a short stream. In the morning before I go get the puppy, and it's not my puppy. It's my mom's puppy, but that's kind of better. It's like I get all the joys of having getting to play with a puppy, except then when it poops in the house, I don't have to do crap. It's not even my house. Like, I don't have to do anything. I can just be like, that sucks, you know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go now. Bye. And so I get to like get all hyper and like make it start, you know, fetching and stuff, and then just be like, oh, yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll be doing that. So stream maybe, then puppy, then maybe another stream tomorrow night. Depends on what if I stream in the morning. Maybe we'll see. And then I'm going to do my house tour, and I'm going to template, and then we're all done. All done. Monday, Tuesday, I'll be streaming probably something else. In my normal time slot, probably, but something else. You need a planter. Well, I have loads of planters. Fits on. Although, maybe not in the sense that you mean, not big ones. I have little ones inside, like little pots and stuff with plants. Anyway, I'll do a full house tour, you know, and compete and show everything, and hopefully everything will be done. Alright, Rock, we'll see ya. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for sticking with me this late. We got the roof done now. Alright. Good night, guys. Oh, and follow me here and follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. And don't forget, if you haven't gotten the game but you plan to get it, you can use my code below. And it doesn't give me money or anything. It just gives me points so that I can give stuff away. Alright. Cool. Bye, guys.